Good morning and welcome to the Hodgepack Sports Life and everything in between right here on 106.9 The Country Giant. We are glad that you're with us. We're brought to you by Lida Land and Cattle, where you can get that Hodgepack ordered this weekend. Have it for lunch today. We're in the Mall of Abilene, our Potosi Live studios, and we've got some guests that are going to come in. We've got an Aggie that's a guest picker. He's played some golf. We'll see if he can pick football games. Hodge, Misty, and Josh ready to rock and roll, and we've got a lot to cover. Baseball's been good on the field. They've handed out some awards. They've handed out some cups. A lot of things going on. Misty, Josh, how are we this morning?
Fantastic.
All right, there you go.
Pretty dadgum good.
All right, that's good. We got one word over here, a little bit more of a dadgum good. That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I was telling Misty on the way in here, it made for a strange week, with Veterans Day being on Tuesday. I worked on Monday, was off on Tuesday, then back to work on Wednesday, which made my whole week feel like odd and disjointed. And then yesterday I realized, hey, wait, it is Thursday, so now I can be excited because tomorrow's Friday. So it was good.
Well, so I almost texted and asked you, but I didn't know since y'all had your luncheon the next day. Were y'all off on Veterans Day?
No, we can take it like as a floating holiday. They give us two floating holidays a year, where any holiday that we don't already have off, you can take. But I didn't think that would look very good if I took it as my floating holiday the day before one of our biggest events of the year. So I did not observe it in that regard.
You might have got a long holiday.
Yeah.
But I was the same way because we didn't have Veterans Day off, but I officiated a basketball game on Wednesday, which was still odd, and it was at 4:00, which made it even odder. And then we had the HBA bowling event, which is always fun. And Chris Topons was like, man, you got to get up early in the morning. Because that event's normally on a Thursday, like every other event in Abilene. And so when it's almost like now you got time change. You think you're watching the 10 o'clock news. It's the 6 o'clock news. And then all the things, it was definitely different.
Well, we got to know. I mean, did you bowl a turkey?
No. Ironically,
break 100.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
101, baby. 101.
That is always my goal. And what was funny is so the way they do this event is it's a 6 o'clock flight, I guess you will, or a tea time or roll time, and a 7 o'clock roll time. And the top 8 from the 6 o'clock advance to the 8 o'clock, which is, I guess, is the finals. And then the top 8 of the 7 o'clock advance, and they compete in winner take all. Well, we got in coming 2 weeks, got 8 in the 7 o'clock advance. But I hit 100 something. Bottom line is I didn't get one strike, which I was frustrated. Second round, all right, this is everything in between. I'll get through this so we can get to the rest of the Arkansas headline report. But so I had filmed because it was a work event and our guys bowling, and I sent it to our marketing girl. And she says, it looks like there's only a team of 3 because I don't see another person film. I didn't film myself. So I got one of our workers one of my coworkers to film me when I went, because I said, Miss Macy, I won't let you down.
Yeah.
Long story short, no strikes, but when the camera came on, I made my strike. So the lesson is I need to be filmed when I bowl.
Yeah.
So
camera ready at all times.
Well, the 300 perfect game was broken up in the second frame. And for those that don't understand bowling, that was the next time I went.
I'm surprised that you did that with the camera rolling. I feel like that would have made you more nervous. But
Man, I'm just built for camera.
You are.
Built
He
for
is
camera.
built for the camera and for radio.
Yeah, all the things above. But no, we had fun. It was a great event, raising money and those things. But so yes, confusion of the days is very real and true. So dive into the Lawrence Hall headline report. But aren't you a bowler? Like, isn't that like you're probably, if it wasn't basketball, like you could have been in Kingpin too?
I mean, I'm a pretty good bowler. Like my dad and brother both have 300 rings. My mother was also a very good bowler. I think like 270s. They were league bowlers. Went to Vegas Nationals. I mean, yeah, they were. It is in my blood, but I'm more like a 176er.
I like how she fills that out like that's bad.
But again, I mean, if I bowled a game today, I probably barely break 100. I'm very out of practice. I haven't bowled in years.
I mean, but nobody really does. Now, granted, I will tell you.
League bowlers are
there were some
Serious.
people that came as part of the fundraiser. Like, again, we talked about Trey Todd being our guest picker. A lot of people asked Trey to play in charity golf tournaments because he's so good. Well, they were doing that this past Wednesday in bowling because we had some, and of course, right, a little ski ball, got my own little carry case.
Yeah,
and,
they'll bring their.
they were bringing everything, and
Yeah.
so pretty
used to have my
entertaining.
own
Josh,
ball.
what's your bowling skill? I mean, like,
I've,
are you
I've got no bowling skill. I did at one point own a bowling ball.
why?
Well, I mean, I don't know, why not? I found a really cool like 70s like vintage
Like
bowling
design.
ball bag.
Oh, yeah.
And the way that this worked is I got a very, very light bowling ball, but it had the holes drilled in so I could fit my fingers in it, and I would just throw the ball as hard as humanly possible.
See, I could see
I
the
like that.
100% that being you. And this is our Lawrence Headline Report. Breaking news: Josh will throw a bowling ball really hard
How?
and try to destroy pins.
Yeah.
I mean, you just want to see pins.
Oh yeah, I want
Yeah.
it to bounce out, or the little thing won't get the best to go far enough that someone has to go pick it up because the gate won't swing it back. That's better than matter what happens to the rest of the pins.
It does now tell you like
How fast you threw it?
How fast have you thrown it?
I don't know. It's been a long
I
time.
bet he's
but
not bold since to have that
Like
done.
Yeah.
20 miles per hour?
Well,
no.
we're pushing 30.
Wow.
Like, he would get
But
arrested, like
I
pulled
think
over
I
in a
can do
school
like
zone.
17.
In a school zone, he's getting pulled over, no doubt.
We're
So,
gonna have to put this like to the test and actually do this soon.
we could do that.
This could be fun.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of speeding,
The
you
bowling
don't.
ball
You,
actually broke. Though, so I don't have it.
there you go. Speaking of speeding, speed on down to Lawrence Hall, Abilene. They have some Black Friday deals coming up. So Lawrence Hall, AbileneOnline.com. Check them out. Let's dive into it. Baseball awards handed out this past week. Screwball and Skeens winning the Cy Young Awards. Were you shocked on those, Josh?
No, fully.
Fully expected. Won't to all the other awards, but the two big ones handed out yesterday. Prize: Shohei Ohtani winning his fourth MVP award, and Aaron Judge winning his third MVP award. One with the World Series championship, the other one's still searching. Again, not shocked.
No, that was exactly what I thought. You know, there was the Cal Raleigh talk. You know, as far as like the season that he had was good. You know, so Judge didn't win unanimously like Shohei did, but Shohei has been the back-to-back unanimous National League MVP / champion. So it's really, you know, now you really hate him.
Right. All right. So I was fixing to ask Misty. You're not I don't think you get Mahomes fatigue, but that was something people talked about. Are we getting Shohei Ohtani fatigue?
Yeah, I mean, I think unless we've had this discussion, unless they're on your then you hate them. After it, let's see something else. This obviously was big time with Tom Brady. And so, yeah, I think unless they're on your team, you do start to get annoyed anytime that this happens.
Well, I think so too. I think that's exactly right. And I think it'd be also different, and I don't know how to say this. I mean, we talked about the faces of the league in the NBA not being American. The face of the league right now in Major League Baseball, I guess you could say Judge. But then you look at not having that American leading America's pastime becomes another thing that people discuss as well. And we may talk more about it, but again, gambling becoming a bigger issue. 14 people were charged for their roles in a multi-million-dollar illegal sports betting ring that involved college athletes and had links to organized authorities announced on Thursday. That's ESPN.com. So the betting's becoming a big football. I wanted to throw this out. I almost made it a question. I may do it throughout the show. Did y'all watch any of Thursday Night Football? I know you were watching some exciting junior high basketball last night.
Yeah, I did not catch any of it.
All right. Did you catch any of it?
It was on
So
TV. I never really sat and watched any.
All right. So first of all, the Patriots, 27-14 winners. They are leading the NFC East.
Really good.
Oh, he looks like if you drafted again, some may say Jaden Daniels. I don't know. Drake May's looking really, really good. Trayvon Henderson has become if you got him on your fantasy team, you won your game. Don't even watch the rest of the games this weekend because you won last night.
32 points or something like that.
He won last night for you. Congratulations. But my question was, and Misty, you're into fashion, and I know Josh is too.
Very much so. Yeah.
And so that's why we got his own nice little bowling ball. So he had covered some fashion. But on Thursday nights and some nights, they get to tweak the uniform a little bit, make it a little more lively, make it their cush or whatever they call it, or they stick to like the old Oilers or whatever. Well, last night the Patriots uniforms just did not do anything for me. I'm going to need you to look that up so you can give take on it. But do you like a throwback, not either throwback or what some of these people done? Tater, my buddy, said he likes when the Bengals go all white.
See, I don't like the all white. The Bengals have done that. The Packers have done that. It's just kind of weird.
Well, the Packers are just white cheddar, which is weird. You can't do that.
I like the actual throwbacks when the Broncos wore their throwbacks the other day. I like those.
Best.
When the Patriots have the
little
Continental soldier that's the center.
Yeah, that's what they should have done. But they had looked like lose a guy in 10 days. Frost yourself or whatever. They look like they're.
Yes.
Sorry, I know that.
I love it.
Look, are they? Do you see them?
Yeah,
Is that it?
I see it. Yeah. I'm not mad at it. I don't know. Now I will say I kind of like whenever they change it up, but the one this year so far that I've seen is the Steelers. When they came out in those like nude colored pants and yellow. I was like, oh my gosh, no one's nude colored pants. I don't care how good of shape you're in.
No.
They just show too much, and
especially in a football pant.
Yeah, please don't.
And we'll let you figure that out
please don't.
on the football
So
pants
other
side.
than the Steelers, I'm usually a fan.
But I think, and we'll talk more NFL talk later when we get to some NFL talk and some picks. But it's just amazing how we are seeing teams that we never thought would be good, at least this early, with a rookie quarter, with a second year. And what Daniel Jones is the Colts, pretty amazing. Again, that's our Lawrence Hall headline report. When we come back, we'll kick off our Big Country Electric My Town segment with some high school scores. Some football teams played last night. The Mercy Rule. I don't know about basketball yet. We need to figure it out, but it needs to happen in 11-man football. When we come back, we'll talk football and football with men's soccer coach at Hardin Simmons, Brad Bankhead. We'll be back right after this.
Yeah, I didn't even, when I was on TV last night, I didn't really even notice that the Patriots jerseys were weird, but they are.
Like I said, the worst for me was the Steelers.
And I think the Steelers go back because they have some where they come out look like a bumblebee.
Yes.
Yes.
But the worst ones were the nude pants and the yellow with like a big black. I was like, ugh. So bad.
Well, the Packers did that too. They were supposed to look like it was made of leather.
Yes.
You want to come in? How are you? Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Was it?
Josh Brewer, sorry.
Josh.
Doing my sandwich.
All right, yeah.
What's up, dude?
Thanks, wife. Thanks for making that happen. I didn't know how soon y'all.
You can go here.
I'm right here,
Yeah,
okay.
go for it.
Oh, man. Look at this.
We'll do a picture after.
Okay.
How's your morning?
Busy, but it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I'm just like every week. Harder to wake up for this.
Where are y'all heading?
Same journey. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be other hopes and both.
Still playing everything the customers will exist.
They're supposed to send me another one. I need to, next time that comes up, cut it out. What am I looking at?
One side it's just, I don't know, blue.
Who's blue?
Me?
Huh?
Me? Mom, this
I
one?
mean, it shows right here, but
Yeah, but it's not showing that corner picture. Yeah, it's that, is it this one? Or is
This
it
is
not
stage
that?
blue is probably a good idea.
It's not
Let's
that
keep
one.
this
Oh,
blue.
there, you see, he's on.
all three are.
Weird, yeah, not on here. Let me go back and like refresh and see if I can.
What am I looking at?
No, it's still blue.
So do you see me and then,
I see just Josh and you right now. Josh is by the chair, that's it. The rest is you. But yeah, on your screen, it's everybody. There, I don't know. Weird. It's open, yeah.
so I wonder if I
How about those Merkle Badgers?
did,
That's what they do.
they want to buy this license. Odessa, which was the district champion of that, Odessa, Olympus.
Yeah, that's it. And Allen High, wow, with a complete beat down. Like 80 something, I think. From El Paso. That's a long,
Long way to do that.
yeah, terrible.
Well, now they play Lynn Ryan.
Abilene High does.
I think that's what I heard. I was talking to a friend on his son who plays on the team. He's like, yeah, playoff run's gonna be short this year. Come on.
Well, that's what's tough is when you get round, you had, actually Brad hop into that one. Okay, hop into that one. Mom says hi.
What your mom says. Rosie, hello.
Welcome back to the Hodgepodge Sports Life and everything in between. Hope everybody's having a great day as we get you ready to head into the weekend. It is time for our Big Country Electric My Town segment where we highlight a local player, coach, or program. Real quick, want to run through some of our high school games. Again, this is brought to you by Big Country Electric Co-op. Just real quick, Abilene High big win last night, 84-25 over El Paso. Shout out to Wood getting the first playoff win, 35-18. And then, of course, and tonight you'll be able to hear them right here as they take on Ozona, 7:30 out in Big Spring. And so we highlight a local player, coach, or program. Today we got family, we got coach, we got program, and we've got football. That's why I said we got football and football. The head men's soccer coach at Hardin Simmons, Brad Bankhead, getting ready to continue their season as well. Brad, appreciate you taking time.
Yeah, good morning. Good to be here.
So, Brad, talk a little bit. I mean, you've been wearing a lot of purple and gold in your coaching career from the school down south. That is kind of, I guess, when it comes to rivalries in the D3 world, you went from one to the other.
Yeah, sure. Mary Hardin Baylor, I'll say it. Mary Hardin Baylor. It was a great place for me and my family for 17 years, and the opportunity came to come back to Abilene, which I never thought I'd ever come back to Abilene, but
Abilene has a way of doing that to people.
I think it does. It's a great place. I'll say with that. Hardin Simmons, I played at Hardin Simmons, so and coming back to the alma mater kind of had that appeal, and I was sitting in our living room, and I'd heard that Dan Hager, former coach for 20 years, had retired. So I said, Shannon, when I moved back to Abilene, she said, shut up. But here we are, almost 3 years later, and yeah, just trade one goal for the other, and love it.
Well, and so talk about a little bit that opportunity to come back. Sometimes we see that you see it in the Division I level at football, and that's a whole big deal. They're trying to find who's a Penn State guy for the replace James Franklin, who's Florida guy to come in.
Yeah.
What was that like coming? Because I know, and Wilson, Coach Keeling has been real successful. Soccer at Hardin Simmons on the men and women's side is one of those programs that, and we're glad to do it today, to talk about it. What was that like in that appeal to come back to continue that success?
The biggest thing for me, I know I had 18 come out of high school, and I didn't know what I was doing in my life, and I was in soccer. Right? And my life at that time, the young men that I competed with and ran with changed my life. And I knew the Lord, but just from that time, it was really impactful. So for me to come back, and I think if you look at our coaching roster, I'm not sure the number, but it's a large force of student athletes
that come back.
And that's a testament to they come back because of the experience they had at Hardin Simmons. And that was my case, and I wanted to get back to the program that gave me so much.
Well, and I think that's one of the deals, and you hear, programs and coaches of Coaching Tree. That's one of the things that I've talked about is that the Coaching Tree that out in the state of coaching at the high school level that have come from Simmons is another list that for wall.
Yeah.
And so you've got things rolling, conference champions, and now heading into the postseason against, and again, I went to Hardin Simmons from 98 to 01, and the team that wasn't Mary Hardin Baylor that's always been that group is Trinity.
Yeah.
And so talk about your team this year and kind of where you feel like you're at heading into the postseason.
It's been a while year, Ryan. We are the only team on both sides, which is a testament to it all. I'll say it's a really, really challenging year. A lot of young people, 9 stars from last year's team who won the conference, team who won in NCAA. Our vision for the national stage, and last year we met a team on the national stage and got knocked in the first round, and so you replace almost nearly the entire starting lineup with a lot of young boys. So we took our lumps this year, and to be sitting here today and getting ready to hit the road to go down to Trinity, I couldn't be more pleased. But we also aren't done. Like we have to understand that there's more to the season and conference championship. So it's been there have been some very deep lows that me personally as a coach, and it may have been the most challenging year we've had. But at the same time, I've said and all year long after a brutal loss and we should have won, I believe in this team. I believe in these guys, and I still do. And those guys, and now we kind of get we call it the season snowball as the year. Like, let's one game at a time. Let's build a snowball and get this thing rolling downhill. And here we are, and we'll see what happens tonight. Yeah, Trinity's an incredible. They've had a great program for many years, and there's been many years they knocked Hardin Simmons out the first round, and I've beaten Trinity in my former place, and Hardin Simmons with Dan Hager has beaten Trinity in NCAA's, so it can happen, and we're going to have to go, and it's going to have to be a great game.
But and I don't care if it's basketball, if it's you're playing golf and heading into a major as a pro, or playing football at the right time. We were talking about Merkel. A lot of people thought they were the 4 seed, 1 seed that they wouldn't advance, but you still got to go play the game.
Yeah.
And if you're peaking, if you peak, October, that's the problem. But if you're peaking at the end of October, rolling into November, Kay talks about in his book, there's different seasons.
Yeah.
And here, I would much rather be on fire at the end, rolling into, than petering out at the end.
No question. And we lost the PKs and missed them off final big tournament. They got that large bids. It's a tale of two different teams right now. One team is licking their wounds. The other team is kind of rolling. So the guys, these young boys, they don't need different. They know right now they're winning, and they feel confident. And, we're going to give it a fight.
Again, being cousins and, get what we can. You like a lot of sports, so you see the the status of college athletics in general. Are you seeing how's that affected? Are you seeing where kids that come to Hardin Simmons that are freshmen or sophomores like, hey, maybe I can go play, whether it's even moving on to the D2 because the D2 kid, the small D1 kid moved up to a bigger school. Have you seen that affect any at the D3 level at all sports?
Yeah, and everyone has the delusion of grandeur, and so we all, every male ego is strong. I always say that the male ego is really, really strong. And so everyone thinks that maybe they're a little bit better than they really are. I think I'm 48 years old. I think I can still go. I can still ball. I'm terrible, right?
Right.
So there is a little bit of that, but and with the transfer portal last year, there were 3,200 soccer players in the portal. I mean, it's a wild number, and all those guys are they think is a better opportunity.
Right.
So for us is we have to recruit guys who can play at D2 and D1 levels. We have to recruit those guys if we want to be good. And so there is that. We want to reach stay somewhere, and stay committed somewhere.
Right.
Be loyal, the best place to be, and be the best player you can be where you are. And it is a challenge, And I think our culture right now, even though we went through the grind, I don't suspect we'll have anyone in the portal. I mean, it's a strong group of dudes that love being there, and they could play somewhere else. There's a guy that was in the league last year that is now playing in Kentucky. So I mean, it's a big jump. And
you mentioned that's 3,200 soccer players.
Soccer players.
That's not even counting football. That everywhere.
Men's soccer players.
The number of people, and I guess in adult world sometimes we do that too. But that wasn't around. I mean, can you imagine? If you're at Hardin Simmons back in 97, 98. Because it's hard not to answer that call.
And I don't know, I could preach it all day long, but what would I have done?
Right.
If you don't have any guidance or anyone in your ear speaking real truth, because the reality is not all those guys who are in the portal didn't find somewhere, or they may have found somewhere that wasn't.
And they found it wasn't greener.
Yeah, it wasn't greener at all. And for me, Ryan, in my recruiting spiel with the families and the kid in my office, what is life going to look like when this generation is now? We our saying in our program is we want to create great husbands, fathers, bosses, and so some commitment, loyalty in that realm. So, what does life look like for these guys when they can just jump ship? And so, are we going to raise a generation of man, it's difficult. I'm out of here.
Right.
And that's most of it is I'm not playing. I want out.
Right.
They're not going to grind through. They're not going to develop. They're just going to.
So what is the rest of the day to San Antonio, which, always a great place to play and find a good place to eat some Mexican food.
Yeah.
What will the rest of the day look like, and what will the message be when you leave the locker room to take on Trinity?
Rest of the day, we get down there. We have a practice session at Trinity, walk the field. I think at that moment in the field of just coming together and making sure we've not accomplished anything yet. No conference championship, blah, 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 but if we want to be on the national stage, we have to, make some noise on the national stage and believe in that. We will tomorrow have to go through, and someone's going to have to step up and be a hero. There's going to be moments when we're maybe clearing something off the line, goalkeeper's making a big save. We're going to find ourselves on our heels, but how we kind of stay in the game at that moment is going to be really important. So the message is believe in yourselves. We can do this. I've done it. We can get this done, and so just. Not be satisfied, don't settle.
Well, and I think you can look at yourself, hey, we don't have to, and that's what I think a lot of people, because, and again, I've been out of coaching for 15 years, but everybody starts looking for the, we're going to be the David.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to be the David versus Goliath. Just be you, and you still can beat them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that, like I said, we're going, there are going to be moments we are not the David, and we're going against the Goliath, and we're just going to have to weather a storm. Be resilient, fight away. And be opportunistic. I mean, we may not have many opportunities. Put those away.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, Brad, I appreciate you taking the time. I know it's a busy day, and I'll be hopping on Probably a VIP bus.
VIP is taking us there.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Chris Randolph and the
Yeah,
folks at
they're great.
VIP
They are
and
great.
Potosi Live as well. But hey, send San Antonio home. Let
Yeah,
Trinity,
good.
let Trinity go to their dorm. A little disappointed.
That's the plan.
All right, again, that's Brad Bankhead. They head to San Antonio today. The whole river walk all over Trinity tomorrow. When we come back, NFL report. Brian Dable out. Who's going to replace him? And the Cowboys are trying to move forward and not move on. We'll be back. More Hodge Facts. All right. Good job. Good.
What have been at this?
January week
7?
Yeah, January 19th, or January 11th.
Well, I didn't know if I wanted it like that, but
Yeah, that's good.
can we say, I think if we get like here.
We'll get a little photos to you.
So biscuit, it sounds weird to get like right there, it's gonna cover it. Okay. I forgot to turn the light on. I was like, it's dark. Okay, got it.
It's dark.
Beautiful.
How's it working with Rusty?
You know Rusty. He's the guy who get in here. You can talk. So I guess
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
No, he's great, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
His little brother.
I
Howard,
don't
that's
see a
right.
ring.
So
Yeah, I think there's a
My bad.
get back together, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys. See you later.
So,
Yeah, it was like, it's dark, but duh.
in Molly's game, she scored 3 points. She had 6 or 7 assists.
Nice.
It's like, maybe one of 2 free throws, got hammered trying to shoot a layup. To the line and missed a free throw.
But she's been shooting a whole lot better, but you could tell she was nervous because she, like, a few times.
Yeah.
She stopped shooting because she missed a few, but everything was like long. Back of the rim or over the,
Yeah.
like, when she kind of shot.
A little strong on a couple layups. I was like, calm down, girl.
Shooting. And at one point, and it was like, just like, I mean, just kiss it off the glass. There's nobody there.
Right.
And she passed it out.
Aw.
Yeah, just like.
She's like,
And
ah.
after Anna was talking about it, she's like, no, I was like underneath the basket. And I was like, I mean, there's nobody on here. I was right under the basket. I couldn't shoot.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to get nerves and the